Whether it's at lunch or on their phones or in class, high schoolers will talk about pretty much anything and everything.
Yeah, but students at Auburn High School are now trying to turn the conversation over to something more serious: gun violence in Rockford. 13 News reporter Lauren Baker finds out what they're doing and what they hope to gain by taking on the issue. Lauren.
Good evening. These Auburn High School students say they can save lives by opening up the conversation about gun violence. They've created a panel, invited city leaders to sit on it, with hopes that one panel and one conversation can lead to the start of a safer city. When it comes to gun violence, some say it's not an easy topic to talk about.
When you're at school, people don't like to really talk about that. It's a touchy subject.
But a group of students at Auburn High School says it's time to get past the uneasiness of the issue in order to help make the city safer.
Good morning, Auburn students and staff.
Mission Z is hosting a gun violence panel on Friday. The creator of the group, Isabella Aguirre, says many high schoolers are affected by gun violence, but don't know how to talk about it.
Nobody wants to see their classmates go through anything where they're affected by it, especially if it has the possibility of taking their life, because we all have so much potential here at Auburn.
So she, her fellow classmates, and city leaders will talk about how high schoolers can either take action against the issue or what they should do if it happens to them.
Well, it's just an issue that's not addressed a lot, and I think it really needs to be, and it needs to have a higher place on what we think about.
Rockford Mayor Tom McNamara says he supports these students because the influence of peers have on each other.
That word of mouth and that concern from young people to other young people often has a greater impact than if an older adult says something to a young person.
Aguirre says the panel couldn't have come at a better time. Just last week, her classmate Hanif Johnson was shot in the ankle by a stray bullet. Even though he was able to recover, she says starting the conversation now could stop situations like these from happening.
We take our stance now, that'll lead more change and initiate more action.
And while the panel is for high schoolers, these students say they hope their fellow classmates will take what they learned from the panel and continue the conversation at home. Reporting at Auburn High School for your 13 Weather Authority, I'm Lauren Baker. Back to you.
And again, Mission Group Z is hosting the panel on Friday. One session is in the morning, another in the afternoon.